What's up, bros, and welcome to part 3 of my LEGO Ninjago Realignment series. Today I'm going to be showing 4 more redesigned elemental masters that I've made, so let's get down to business. Now for the first redesigned elemental master in today's video. We have Skylor, the Master of Amber. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are definitely from Harry Potter, I just don't know which Harry Potter minifigure. The torso we're going to be using is from Gravis from Ninjago, except we're going to flip the torso around right there, and then we're going to take some dual molded brownish, orangish, black arms, which are from a random Garmadon minifigure from the LEGO Ninjago movie minifigure series blind bags. We also have some yellow hands attached as well. Then, we're going to take this random headpiece, which I believe is from a pottery girl from series 24, I believe. And then for the last piece, we're just going to take this random dark red hair piece and attach that to the head. I believe the hair is from Barbara Gordon from the LEGO Batman movie, but yeah. Then we have the completed custom. Now for my redesigned Skylor, as you can see here, her suit design is completely different to the official suit designs that Skylor has had from Ninjago. Now, the first Skylor minifigure that was ever leaked, which is the one from Tournament of Elements, that made everybody think that she was going to be the yellow or the orange ninja, and I was hyped, but to our surprise, she'd never joined the ninja, she just had a ninja suit for some reason, which was never really explained. Like, was she a fan of the ninja, or did she just have that suit so she could get closer to the ninja so she could help her father? So I'm pretty sure they only made Skylor have a ninja suit in the show and for the sets, probably just to sell the minifigure and have everybody buy the set that the minifigure was in, because they were like, oh, that's gonna be the new ninja. So for my Skylor minifigure, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to make her be a plain old normal elemental master, and of course she's still going to be working for Chen at first. But ability wise, I didn't want to switch her up because in the show her abilities are already very cool. She can absorb elements, she can also absorb multiple elements and combine them. So I think that ability was revealed in like season 8 or something. That was also pretty cool. But yeah, that's basically it for this custom. Now for the second redesigned elemental master in today's video, we have Ash, the Master of Smoke. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from an emo kid. The torso we're going to be using is probably from Star Wars, I just don't know which minifigure, probably a Han Solo minifigure. We also have these hands that match the extra print on the torso. Then, we're going to take this headpiece, which is from Clay from Nexonites. We can attach that to the head, and then for the last piece, we're going to take this really interesting hair mold, which I believe is from the Hobbit from the Lord of the Rings, and then we have the completed redesigned Ash custom. Now, I really liked Ash's design in Ninjago, and his abilities were pretty cool. He has the ability to like turn it into smoke, which is pretty nice, but for his abilities, I'm giving him an extra ability. Instead of only being able to turn into smoke, he can also shoot smoke out of his hands, so that could be a good distraction so he can escape from a battle if he wants to retreat and stuff like that. He can also, punch somebody, then shoot a bunch of smoke into their face, and that could be a really good thing that can give him a special edge in battle. And I actually really liked Ash's original design, so for my redesign, I just kind of kept it simple and just based it off of the official minifigure. It's not accurate, but I do think it's still an improvement over the official LEGO version, but that's just my opinion. I'm pretty sure most people won't agree with that. But yeah, that's basically it for this custom. Now for the third redesigned elemental master in today's video, we have Tox, the Master of Poison. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from the LEGO Ninjago movie Lloyd minifigure. The torso we're going to be using is from Sylvie from Loki. we also have some light green arms and hands that fit the Gamora headpiece that we're going to be attaching to the torso. And then for the last piece, we're going to take this May hairpiece from Monkey Kid, and then we have the completed Tox costume. Now, I really liked Tox's original design. It was pretty unique and interesting compared to the rest of the Elemental Masters. For my redesign, I was thinking, what if she was a serpentine? Now, poison. What's something that has a lot of poison? Snakes. And are there snakes in Ninjago? Yes, the serpentine. So I thought for my version of Tox, or like for my redesign, she's a hybrid. Basically, she's half serpentine, half human. Her skin is now light green, and she became the Elemental Master of Poison, so she's a descendant of the original Elemental Master of Poison. For my backstory for this custom, I'm guessing the elements of poison belongs to the serpentine. I mean, that would be pretty cool. We have so many Elemental Masters, and like all of them are human. Why can't we have an Elemental Master that isn't human? Well, I guess my Tox is also kind of human because she's a hybrid. But still, she's not entirely human, so I do think that could still be pretty cool. And ability-wise, they're pretty basic and kind of similar to the official Tox's powers. She can like create poison, she could shoot it out of her mouth because she's part serpentine, and if she wants, she can make her body toxic, so if you touch her while she has her ability turned on, then it can lead to fatal consequences, but she can turn that off, so normally when people touch her, that won't be a problem and they won't die. She can also shoot like poison, toxic gas, or blasts out of her hands, so yeah, just pretty basic toxic stuff. But yeah, that's basically it for this custom. Now for the fourth and last redesigned Elemental Master in today's video, we have Shade, the Master of Shadow. Now, the legs of this custom minifigure are from a TIE Fighter pilot from Star Wars. The torso we're going to be using is from a wolf minifigure from Chima, I believe. We're also going to take this black cape piece from a random Mandalorian from the second Mandalorian Battle Pack. Then we're going to take this old Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker unmasked headpiece. Then we're going to take this black hood piece and attach it to the head. And then we have the completed redesigned Shade custom. And for his unmasked version, we can just remove the hood and take this random black hairpiece. And then we have Shade when he isn't using his hood, because like the hood is part of the cape, which is altogether a cloak. Now, I thought Shade's original design was pretty good, but for my redesign, I wanted Shade to look like a loner. I wanted him to look like he was depressed, and I wanted him to look like he was part of the shadows, born into the shadows. He's just like antisocial, he's an introvert, but he's also very, very powerful. Now, for his abilities, he can bend the shadows to his will and use them to create constructs. They can't be too big, they're just kind of small. So, for instance, he can use his shadow abilities to create a katana out of the shadows, and it can be a solid object and he can use it in combat, and it can break, or when he's done using it, he can just return it back to the shadows. And he also has the ability to create shadow copies of himself. I based this idea off of what Garmadon did in the pilot episodes of Ninjago, where when he was stuck in the underworld, he had to use his shadow forms to roam Ninjago. And I thought, what if the Master of Shadow can do that? Because if anyone can do that, literally the Master of Shadow should be able to do that, because, you know, he controls the shadows. And as for his abilities with his shadows, he can make a couple of these guys. He can't make a lot of them, or else he would be way too powerful. And these shadow guys can also like change their shape, and they can also summon weapons. For instance, this shadow, he can use the shadows to create like a butterfly sword, and he can also change his body. So for instance, he can give himself 2 extra arms, so now he has 4 arms. Bro really think he Garmadon right now. And the shadows can also shrink themselves, so that could be really good for like stealth missions. They can like become shorter, like as you can see here. This shadow is pretty short. But anyway, that's basically it for this redesigned Shade the Master of Shadow custom. And as usual, I hope you bros enjoyed this video and these 4 customs. Stay tuned for the next part of my Ninjago Realignment series where I'm going to be showing some more custom made elemental masters with random custom elements that I made up. But yeah, feel free to check out my other videos. I mostly make custom minifigures. Have a great day. See you bros.